You see, the roots of the songs of my people penetrate deep into the significance of the Word of God. You see, the Bible is the source, and any interpretation deviating from this fact is the grossest of errors. If singing is to be really imaginative art, it must give off, on each occasion, the effect of a fresh creation in which mind and body act together. And fundamentally, these folk songs had three things in common: rhythmic idiom, verse, and refrain. Claims have been advanced in recent years that Afro-American religious folk songs originated purely and simply in the slaves' imitation of their white masters' hymns. If this is what is meant by the said advocators, an imitation claim, then I shall be quiet. Because it is a fact that the Afro-American, as do other folks, often blends related items of meanings with his own. But it certainly is not his practice to generally throw away many of his original possessions. A given dialect word can look ever so raw in print, yet when the meaning is properly caught, there is an immediate transformation. Therefore, self-abnegation and complete subjection of the ego are demanded of all who would sing. So, what takes place in the heart of a performer? Unconsciously, often escapes the average listener whose rapt attention is engaged with the sensuous pleasures of listening. Oh yes, I'm convinced of that, particularly in the singing of spirituals by members of my own race. Therefore, many of the songs of this collection, for example, will be found in eclectic vowels sandwiched in between English words. For instance, the song titled "In That Morning," expressed in dialect, "in that morning," or in the song "Dry Bones," "They're going to walk around." The Afro-American originator expressed the same thought in dialect as, "They gonna walk around." This language of our original ancestors must have possessed such a high frequency of vibrations that it became an effective medium of communication between nature, God, and themselves. The rule of the correct phonetic sound, for example, of the letters D and E, is the same as that in the English language. When D and E together proceed a word that begins with a vowel, the letter E has the same sound as the E in the word be. And when preceded with a consonant, the E has the same sound as in the word the. Not infrequently, I am asked, should Negro spirituals be sung in the crude, broad dialect which we hear spoken as well as sung? Well, it must be remembered that my people sprang originally from many and varied tribal areas in Africa, as well as from many different American regions. You'll notice that the actual sound, as well as the blending of the words as used by them, is quite different from the feeling conveyed by the same words seen in cold print. No one should attempt to use dialect in singing the songs of my people who has not beforehand thoroughly mastered the idiom of our master singers and the dialect itself. I see over-exaggerations as vulgarities and malfunctions, because they simply fail to reach the profound religious expression. The religious expression which is the very heartbeat of the Afro-American religious folk song.